afternoon. This is Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady, coming to you unexpectedly. I really didn't think today that I was actually going to come on and do another, and this might be very short, it might be another 40 minutes, I'm not sure. But there's two things that came, so that my dragons, or the Dragon Collective, is they're reminding me, so I've got a huge collective. They're really excited because I made it this morning around about midday. I made a connection with somebody, and I was very drawn to do a reading for her. And prior to her coming on to the Zoom, they got me to pull cards. And oftentimes, they tell me the number. Usually when I pull a goddess card, it's one or two for like confirmation, or this is who, but they kept saying keep going, and they didn't make any sense to me at the time. But because this person is also connected to dragons, like, I guess we got them really excited. So if she's watching this, she'll understand all of this. So I've just been out for my walk. It's much better weather for me to go out for my daily walk. And get my steps in, and I was out for my walk, and I really didn't think that much was going to come in. I actually was listening to, I don't very often catch Bashar, but I was listening to a podcast. It was about a 40-minute podcast, and then all of a sudden the dragons reminded me what I was talking about earlier, and one of the things that came up was about chakras. Now, yesterday I talked about portals, but that chakras are our personal portals, and they were showing me. When I was doing this channeling reading, they kept showing me the back and reminding me that the back of our chakras. So, oftentimes, this is the message I got. Oftentimes, we focus always on the front chakras, and they're saying 99% of the time, practitioners forget that there's a front and a back chakra. And they said for this change, so here we are, this is September 1st, they said there has been a significant change in frequency. And because there's high frequency messages incoming, we need to clear the back of our chakras. And they've actually said to me, the reason they wanted me to come on here was to do a quick clearing. So if you're watching this, it's really quick when the dragons come in, but they want to clear the back of our chakras for the reason that they're showing me the frequency was going this way. That's what they're doing. They're showing me the frequency was coming this way. It's now shifted and it's coming from behind us. It's new frequency. They're saying people are going to feel it. They're going to feel it in their bodies. I'm seeing waves. The quantum field has literally turned around. I guess that's something to do with pole shifting. I'm like, yeah, don't confuse me. They're like, we'll confuse you if we start talking about that as well. But literally, frequencies were going this way, and overnight they've turned and they're coming this way. That means that we, as human beings, that they're seeing, and this is for people that are shining their lights, and you've heard me talk about that they see us as bright lights, like stars. So they're saying that it's for those of us that can hold this higher frequency, that it's incoming, and we hear it as either in sound, images. Very clear images are going to be coming in, and very clear messages. So it's literally upping that frequency of messages that come in. They then wanted me to share. I posted again on my Facebook page yesterday confirmation. I've talked about the star seeds that are incoming, and on yesterday, so 20 hours ago, the Schumann Resonance Report, it says, "This is incredible. The latest Schumann reports show what appears to be a group of beings holding hands together as if they're holding the line for the light workers to step in. This feels like star family, and they are here to help us shift. If you go back to the video from yesterday, that was a message I got. So I've got full body chills, and as I share frequently, if you ever talk to me, I'm like, it's not because I need, like, when we're receiving these messages, we know they're real, we know what we're saying, but to get confirmation is like huge. It literally, so they're showing me it bumps us up, right? It's a frequency of confirmation, so we get bumped up, and and I know I keep saying this, but they keep saying that I have to remind people that it is not my ego. Like, I have learnt to remove my ego, stepped out of the way, and those of us that can step the side of our ego is pure. So if you perceive it, that is your perception. So what I'm bringing forth and what they want me to bring forth is pure light energy. So I don't speak light language. I have in the past written light language. They've always told me that is not for me to do. I also still need to do some work on my throat chakra. So that's what they wanted me to come on and say, that there's been a frequency shift, and that it's very high frequency. And I think there will be people, I don't get it, but some people get the ringing in the ears, that really high frequency. They're saying it won't last long, but it is for those of us, I know, but other people hear or feel. So you're going to feel it in your head. It's like a pressure, but it's just a frequency change, and it's not to be worried about. So they're also saying that the heart chakra is really important at this time. I'm actually sitting looking at our heart, which is interesting. It's a card I pulled months ago. I'll get it and show you. There's a heart with wings on it, and it's actually the heart's auric field. So they're saying that our hearts are expanding. This is with the frequency change. So it's a love frequency, and our hearts are usually more to the left, but a lot of our hearts have shifted to the center of our body, if that makes sense to you, if you know anatomy. But we've shifted. They're saying our physical heart is still there, but our heart chakra is in the center. All right, I'll get that message. So our heart chakra is in the center, sort of, but our heart is slightly to the body. It's slightly over here. But that frequency that is coming in is to expand our heart. This is probably, I was guided to share about my heart bursting open, and I think that was why. And so when you also meet people that your frequency connects with, male or female or whoever, but when you meet those people, then the frequency rises. So I guess, yeah, they're telling me, so what happened was I met somebody who I matched their frequency on many levels, and because of that meeting of frequencies, our frequency was raised so that she can do what she needs to do and I can do what I have to do. That makes sense. I also had Edward, who is an aspect of my higher self, is my dragon. He was getting all excited as well about some things, that, just as a by the way, and they're coincidences. So they're saying that we're going to also, this week, there will be a lot more coincidence in your week. So I'm just in the process of listening to a podcast, and her name is Chara Swart, and she's talking as a scientist about channeling and scientifically making connections. So I was guided to that, and because her name is Sward, I think, which is like Edward, not Edward, right? So Swart. I know that he's all excited about this. Somebody with a similar name. Um, Let me see what her name is. Um, it is, of course, now I've lost it. But never mind. That's how sometimes my. So I also realized, and again, I don't know if those of you that channel have this. I've never been anybody um, that I've never had ADHD or any of that sort of stuff. Had some anxiety. Um, but recently I found that I'm like jumping. All right, they're going to give me a message about that. I'm jumping from like, I'll be doing something and then some other thought comes in, or like I was listening to something and then suddenly my higher self starts saying, "Oh, that's a very similar name. You need to look up that. What do you know about Fordham English?" Is the message I was getting earlier. What do you know about Fordham? There's a Fordham in England. Look that up. There's Edwards there. And I started to have this other conversation, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This feels like ADHD to me. I'm sure that at 72, I haven't suddenly become ADHD. But the dragons are laughing. They're going, no, I'm so, all right. So the message is that I need to be more discerning. I got this message the other day. I need to be more discerning about the messages that I'm allowing myself to receive. So there's a good message for channelers. Like we need to discern more. I'm not quite sure what I do about the ones that pop in, but that's what it feels like. And I'm like, maybe that's because I need to know what it's like to be ADHD. I had at least one of my sons, my older son, was horribly hyperactive, very brilliant child. And I think that goes with this new, oh, and what was the other thing I heard? Oh, Bashar was talking about, and again, I didn't get the name, and again, if you've heard me talk about my galactic connection, that I was part of an egg donor retrieval program back in the 70s, galactic. I have no memory of having any connection. I'm not somebody that remembers being abducted, but apparently I volunteered my eggs, and I have galactic children. And he's talking about there's also a hybrid program, which means humans and extraterrestrial children, even though we all have, and it's again where stuff starts blending. But there have been programs where they've tried to make more of a, like what would happen if we had a Pleiadian and a human have a baby. But there is a hybrid program still running, I guess. I didn't know that. And he was saying there's a particular race of ETs that are overseeing that. So that sort of piqued my interest. See, so now I've gone over to hybrid children. But I think they're the two. So the reason I did that, there are two new races. So we're calling them star seeds. You can call them races. There's the hybrid children, and there are the star seeds that are coming in for this new wave. So again, they're showing me the star. How they show it to me is stars, and I see them as bright sparkles about this size coming into my left side and like lighting up as they're coming in. So people that are giving birth, children that are being conceived in 2025 and on, majority will be star seeds. They will come in with all of the knowledge, highly evolved. So it'd be interesting. I know actually at least one person who's having a baby and she knows already that. So interesting. All right, so that's as I said, sometimes they say to me, go on and start talking. But it was truly about chakras, and I won't forget. So yeah, 15 minutes. So let's just do that. So it's a very easy visualization. They're saying to me it's the same as they do for chakras, but they're going to, you're going to feel them going down from your top of your head down your back. So they come in from the past. So it's just, you're going to feel an energy sort of going up and down your spine. So they come in really fast, base chakra, all the way up out the top of your head, into the future, bring the energy from the future back down through the top and all the way down. And they do that 3 times. And then they are going to beam into the back of our chakras, high frequency, white light. So if it's something you want to receive, then go ahead and receive that as I do this transmission. If you don't want that, then I would stop the video now. You can always come back to it. And they're also saying that this is a one and done. I told you I have funny dragons. They're going, this is a one and done. But if you want to come back to experience it again, it'll be okay. But this is for those people that want to make sure their chakras are completely balanced, completely clear as the energy is shifted, and that the incoming messages will be much clearer to you. They're saying, again, you'll see better, you'll hear better, everything will be clear. So the crystalline light, the white light that they will beam into the back of us will come all the way through to our front chakra. Again, normally oftentimes when we do clearing, it goes front to back, but they're saying it needs to go back to front. So if you're an energy healer, and if you do they're saying the old way of clearing chakras, which is what I started to do, I used to use my crystal, you need to clear the front and the back of chakras and make sure that both are vibrating at the same frequency. Oftentimes, because they're cleared at the front, they don't completely balance out. So that makes sense. So you need to just put your feet on the ground. If you're outside, you're going to ground very quickly. You do need to be grounded for this. And it's brief, it's going to be less than 5 minutes. So close your eyes and visualize roots growing from the bottom of your feet, that your feet are now like super glued to Mother Gaia. So you can feel the earth beneath your feet, and you can feel your soles of your feet completely melting together, and allow those roots to go down, 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 down through all of those beautiful layers of Mother Gaia, through the sand, through the stones, through the rocks, through the liquid, the water, more rocks, more beautiful red earth, down, keep going down. If you feel a resistance, you can go around it, or just visualize your roots going down and spreading out as they're going down. And you need to be on the lookout for the core of Mother Earth, which will be this beautiful, shining black orb, is what it looks like. And your roots will make contact with that beautiful onyx colored center of Mother Gaia, and allow all your roots to go into that portal. And as they go in, you can feel that beautiful warm energy. You can feel the love from Mother Gaia nourishing your roots as they go deeper and deeper into the core. And just sit for a few seconds and feel just your roots being bathed in the beautiful amber liquid, and feel the motion of that. And now we're going to invite that energy from Mother to come up through your roots, that they're going to come up, 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 again through all those layers, up. You're heading for your feet, come up, 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 until you connect with the soles of your feet again. And just feel that your feet are being bathed in that beautiful amber, warm energy. Allow this golden amber elixir to now fill your feet, your legs, around your knees, up through your thighs and into your pelvic region. See that beautiful amber just bathing all of your internal organs, into your hips, behind your stomach, up through the front of your body, around your heart, behind your lungs, behind your heart. Your whole chest cavity is just filled with this beautiful amber elixir, and it's warm and it's comforting, and it's going to go down your arms and into your hands, and those chakras are going to open and allow the energy to flow back down into Mother Gaia as the rest of the beautiful amber liquid comes up into our throat, bathes our throat and our lymph glands with the most beautiful elixir, up into our head that is filled with the warmth and the love from Mother Gaia. And now you see this coming out the top of your head, rather like a fountain, coming out the top through your crown chakra and falling, cascading down into Mother Gaia and returning to Source. And this will continue, bathing you in the beautiful energy of Mother Gaia. It will continue for the next few minutes as the dragons will come in and clear our chakras. They're coming in from the distance. You may feel the rumbling of the ground because there are many and they're very loud. I often call them a rumble of dragons. As they start getting closer, you'll be very aware, and they're going to enter the base chakra with this beautiful white healing light, and it will go very quickly up your chakras and out the top of your head, and really, really fast it's going out into the future. It's going to take anything that isn't needed. It's going to align and balance your chakras as it goes very quickly through and out into the future. And as quickly as they've gone into the future, they're back again, down through the crown chakra. They're going to weave their way front and back, all the way down our chakras, very, very fast, and out through the base chakra, into Mother Gaia, and out into the past. They're going to leave all of what is not needed from us. They're going to leave it in the past, and they're coming back again. Another flyby, they're calling it. They're coming up through your base chakra, up, out the top of the head, into the future. And as they come up, they're pulling all the beautiful colors of your chakras, the beautiful colors of the rainbow, up, and out, and they're taking that. It's like seeing, they're saying it's like seeing the red arrows. They're really fast. They've gone by really fast. And they're turning around and they're coming back with beautiful, beautiful energy from the future, and coming down into the top of the crown chakra, all the way down, fast, all the way down the back of your chakras and out into the past. They're going to offload all of that negative energy, and this is the last time. They will come up, they will weave front and back, and out the top of our head, and on the last pass it will be back down, and everything will be open, and all of our chakras will be open. They will be clear and balanced. So here they come again, up through the base chakra, up, backwards and forwards, very, very fast. You may feel this fastness between your chakras, up through the top of your head and into the future. And this time they come back with a mixture of golden elixir and white healing light. And they're going to do the reverse as they go into the top of our head. They're going to clear that crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, neck chakra, base chakra, and out. And they're taking a trail of color density with them, and they're going to bury that in the past. They're saying you're going to feel clear, crystal clear. There's healing energy that is going to stay and help those chakras spin in the right direction. And you will be fully present when you come from this meditation. You will feel grounded, rested, and extremely clear. We ask that you take a few cleansing deep breaths, and remember that you need to drink plenty of water. We brought this message yesterday about the importance of hydrating the human body, and we asked again today that you nourish your body with fluid, especially after such a immense clearing of your chakras and rebalancing. You need to flush out the rest of the toxins. We are grateful that you tuned in today and are receiving this healing energy. And we will say this, that the constant connection with Mother Gaia will continue, that anytime you can tap into Mother Gaia by just putting down your roots and bringing up that beautiful elixir that will balance out your whole body, will nourish you in beautiful warm fluid. And you're invited to do this as often as you need. You do not need to clear your chakras as that frequently, and we are thankful that we were able to come through again this channel, and we thank you for your time. So as I said, I wasn't sure how long this was going to be, but it's almost 30 minutes and it sounds like my voice is going. That, for me, that was beautiful colours. I got it as well. So that energy from Mother Gaia will continue nourishing you. After a couple of days, it will probably slow down. You can re-engage that. And that was that was similar to an exercise I did the first time I tapped in to the core of the earth. And for me, I call it locked and loaded. It was like this was the core, these were my roots, and it like clicked and I was locked and loaded, and it literally connected me to everything. It's very it just connects us to, once we are fully connected to Mother Gaia, we just are very open. So I'll be interested to see if any of you experienced that. That was how I got my experience with the fairies and various other things. So yeah, that was what they wanted me to share. So it's Monday, it is the 1st of September, and be on the lookout for clearer communication, clearer hearing, clearer seeing, and clearer messages. So have a good week. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I won't. I have a few more days off work. I took a few days off, so I'm getting some things done at home as well. So have a good week.